Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're diving deep into the traditional ways Slavs have fed their animals for generations without relying on the feed store. These methods have been passed down through centuries, using natural resources, a bit of creativity and a whole lot of know-how. So, if you're curious about sustainable time-tested methods for feeding chickens, pigs, cattle and more, stay tuned. Let's start with chickens. Now, in many Slavic villages, chickens are free range. Imagine them wandering around a big open yard or in the fields. They peck around for insects, seeds and grass, happily finding what they need. But of course, free ranging alone doesn't cover everything. So let's talk about the ways traditional Slavic farmers supplement their diet. First up, we have greens and herbs. Alfalfa, clover and even wild nettle are common additions to their diet. When chickens eat a variety of greens, it really boosts their nutrition. And these herbs, they're packed with vitamins and minerals, great for egg-laying hens especially. Now you might be wondering how to gather all this. Farmers will often cut up fresh alfalfa or wild clover and mix it with some grain. It's natural and it's free if you know where to find it. Another trick you'll see in many homes is fermenting grains. Yep, chickens love fermented grains. Slavic farmers use grains like oats, barley or wheat, soaking them in water and letting them sit for a day or two. Fermenting is like supercharging the grains. It makes them easier for the chickens to digest and introduces good bacteria, giving their immune systems a boost. The best part? Chickens really seem to enjoy the sour taste. In winter, when fresh forage is hard to come by, chickens need a little extra. Many farmers store dried herbs, hay, and even sunflowers to make sure their chickens have nutrients year-round. Dried nettle, for instance, has loads of vitamins. You can just crumble it up and mix it with other food. This way, even when it's freezing outside, your chickens still get the nutrients they need. Moving on to pigs. Now, pigs are super resilient and can thrive on a variety of foods. In Slavic villages, they're often raised with whatever is in season. No fancy pig feed here, just good natural food. Pigs love root vegetables, and they're abundant in Slavic regions. Potatoes, beets, turnips, they're all great options. Farmers will often boil or steam them to make them easier for the pigs to digest. Boiling also gets rid of toxins in things like potato skins, so it's a smart step. You'll see a big pot on an open fire with potatoes and other vegetables bubbling away. Once cooked, these roots are mashed up and mixed with whatever other scraps are on hand. Now here's where things get interesting. In autumn, pigs are often taken out to forage in the woods. The forests in Slavic regions are full of acorns, chestnuts and beech nuts, all high-energy foods that help the pigs fatten up before winter. Imagine pigs rooting around, crunching on fallen acorns. This is a totally natural way for them to eat, and the fatty, nutrient-dense acorns make for excellent feed. Plus, if there's some open grazing land nearby, pigs will munch on clover and dandelions. It's a high-fiber diet that keeps them feeling full and healthy, all for free. Similar to chickens, pigs also benefit from fermented feed. Farmers will mix grains and chop vegetables in a big bucket of water and let it sit for a couple of days. The fermentation process breaks down starches, making it easier for the pigs to digest, and it gives them beneficial bacteria too. Plus, it has a unique taste that pigs seem to love. They'll go crazy for it. Now, let's talk about cattle. Feeding cows without commercial feed is totally possible. It just takes some planning, especially for winter. Hay is the backbone of a cow's diet, especially in winter. Slavic farmers spend the summer months cutting, drying and baling grass and legumes like clover and alfalfa. This hay is stored in barns or stacked outdoors, covered to keep it dry. A good hay mixture with clover and alfalfa adds protein while grass provides essential fiber. When it comes to preserving nutrients, silage is the secret weapon. Silage is basically fermented green crops. Farmers use corn, clover, or even grasses, storing them in airtight conditions so they can ferment. It might sound unusual, but it's actually very nutritious. Making silage takes some skill, but the result is a feed that stays fresh for months and provides essential energy when it's cold outside. In the warmer months, cattle graze in open fields or in the forest. Slavic farmers rotate pastures to avoid overgrazing and to let grass regrow naturally. This method not only gives the cattle fresh food, but also keeps the soil fertile and healthy. Sometimes farmers will even take their cattle near wooded areas where they can nibble on shrubs and tree leaves like birch or willow, which adds variety to their diet. Next up, sheep and goats. These animals are naturally great at finding food in tough environments, which is perfect for the hills and rocky terrain of many Slavic regions. For sheep and goats, hay is essential in winter. They get a mix of grasses and dried legumes, especially clover and alfalfa. If you're raising milk-producing goats, alfalfa hay is fantastic because it's rich in protein, which they need for milk production. In the warmer months, sheep and goats graze on shrubs, leaves, and even bark. Goats are particularly fond of browsing and will happily eat leaves from willow, birch, or other trees. This makes them great for clearing brush and keeping undergrowth manageable. If you have an orchard, you can also let goats roam and clean up fallen apples and pears. Not only does this add a little extra flavor to their diet, but it also helps keep the orchard clean. And finally, let's not forget about ducks and geese. These birds are perfect for pastures and waterways, where they can find plenty of their own food. Ducks and geese are happy grazing animals. If they have access to a pasture, they'll eat grasses and weeds like dandelion and clover. If there's a pond or stream nearby, ducks will forage for algae, small fish and insects. It's a totally natural diet that keeps them healthy without store-bought feed. In winter, though, geese and ducks need a bit more. Farmers give them root vegetables like sliced potatoes, beets and turnips. This high-carb food keeps them energetic in the cold. A bit of barley or oats is also soaked or fermented to make it easier for them to digest. And that's it. These are just some of the traditional ways Slavs feed their animals without the feed store. Each technique is simple yet effective and has been practiced for generations. By using what's naturally available, Slavic farmers create a sustainable cycle, feeding their animals with what nature provides and giving back to the land. If you found this interesting, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this one. And as always, thanks for watching.